Welcome back, YouTube. This will be the first video in a long series of videos I'm very excited about. We're going to be doing a setup for a 75-gallon that I've resealed and built a stand for, which I'm super excited about getting started. So all the videos will be leading up to a step-by-step on how to do this setup. If you want to take any of the parts and use them for your own setup, that's what this is for. Just sharing information and, you know, inspiration. So for all those people that have just started getting into the fish tank community or aquariums in general, being first timers, you know, a lot of young kids love to get tanks and put in a bunch of fish. A lot of times they don't make it because there's not enough proper filtration and everything for their tanks. So I'm going to show you a design that I come up with that was just an expansion on an idea that you know, is throughout our hobby, and that's an internal filter. But a lot of times these filters, they you know, don't have enough surface area to do proper filtration for, like, you know, overstock tanks or, you know, things like that, or big fish. So I've come up with a design that was just you know, a continuation of something that I saw, and I combined it with some, you know, just expanded on the idea. And so I'm going to show you guys a design that I came up with, and hopefully, you know, you enjoy it and try it for yourself. It's very cheap. This is only like $6 at your Home Depot or you know, your hardware stores. This is a gutter extension drain pipe. It has these ripples in it, so you can make it as small or as big as you want. You know, if you want to put it at the corner of your tank, or build even caves for your fish inside your tank, they would love that. And I have some in some of my tanks. So my suggestion is for you to measure your tank, of course, and find out how much you need, and then expand, open it up, and then cut it. As you can see, you don't need much for it to expand out and go clear across your tank. So as you can see, I'm using a quite long piece because I have a 75-gallon tank with a bunch of big fish in it. So I need a lot of surface area inside my filtration. A lot of biomedium. So I took mine, measured it, and I cut it. I cut it inside the ripple, so that we have this lip here. You can buy this mesh plastic screen. It's got large holes so you don't block your water flow. I bought a whole roll of this for probably, you know, under $20, and it'll last me my entire lifetime if I had 1,000 tanks. So maybe you don't need this much, but because I make a lot of tank filters and stuff like that, I bought a whole roll. So you would take your pipe, put this against it, and then measure out what you need. I cut a long strip and then cut it into rectangles. And this is what I got. when I trimmed all the sides down. You can take one, overlay it with your subsequent rectangles or squares or whatever they may be, and then use that as a guide to cut quickly and efficiently all the rest of the ones that you need. And for this build, I have 4 minimum that I need. So I got 4. All right, so let's get started. I bought this pump, 280 gallon a minute, or an hour, 280 gallon an hour circulation rate. It has an adjustable flow nozzle, and it comes with a sensor. This is a fountain pump, actually, from the pond and garden store. I find it's sometimes cheaper to buy than getting a specific one made by the aquarium companies or a pump or something like that, because they won't give you the same flow rate and they'll charge you more. So it's just a better value. That's my opinion. I also took an old garden hose. You can find, I'm sure you have plenty of these, and I cut it to length, a certain amount, and at the end all I have is these fittings for irrigation system or water pipes or whatever. You can get them at Home Depot. Have a 90-degree angle, a coupler that's threaded on both sides, and another one. And this is I believe it's the 3/4 of an inch size, and it will stretch, fit inside there, and this will fit your pump. So let's get started building the filter now. Okay, I take one of your pieces. I cut 2 so that they would slide, butt to butt, end to end. Thread my cord through. That's another good thing about these, the pond or the fountain pumps, is that they have a very heavy duty and very long cord. The reason why I want that is because this one the tank is high up on the stand. So I needed to make sure I have plenty of cord, as well as it be long enough, So once you put the pump in, make sure that you put it so that the valve is going one direction, and then it just kind of fits right in, clips into place. And then you take one of your hose and you slide it in. Now I'm going to super glue mine so that it doesn't come undone. It doesn't fit really snugly, so it could come off, but I don't think it will. But just in case, I'm going to super glue it. Alright, so got our super glue. Just going to put a little bit of a ring right around into the pump. Close that. Now, as you can see, I put the cable and the hose coming out the same end. That way I can hide all this stuff with some rocks or some aquascaping or something like that so that you won't see it. And then the next thing you have to do is we're going to need to cut a big size notch somewhere on this piece in order to fit the hose through. Something like that. And then you'll slide this. You can actually bring it out first, maybe. And then slide the now this is going to block your biomedia or whatever from getting too close to your pump and maybe even blocking the flow of water, which is something you definitely don't want. Keep a good water flow around and through your media. So now that we've did that one side, take the other piece, slide one of your and these should go into the groove of the biggest part of your ruffle. It should fit straight in and snaps right in. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully so. And then slide right together. Now we've got our pump and it's sealed in there. So when the water is being pulled, it'll be pulled in from both directions. So we're going to get filtration from this side and from that side. So, well, look how long. And it's going to be turned up at both ends in the corner of the tank. This. Alright. So let's fill it up. I'll show you what we use. Make it a little bit smaller. That way as I fill it, I can pull it open. I'll show you how we're going to fill it up. Alright, so I took apart an old bucket filter that I had made, and I'm reusing these bio blocks. You can get these at your pond and garden store. Have lots of surface area, and they're not going to slow down the water as it passes through here because they've got, it's going to leave quite a bit of open space around each one. It's not going to clog us up. So as I put them in, I'm going to pull this open. And they'll just keep falling down into the bottom. Okay. Oh, this is so much much fun. I'm excited. I can't wait to get this into my tank. I've been trying to think about this project and work on it for over 2 or 3 years now. And I finally sealed my tank and got a new frame for it. And I built a really nice stand I'm really proud of. Uh-oh. So at the end, for the regular maintenance, you know, when you do your water changes and you clean part of your filter, in order to catch the biggest pieces before it gets into the biological media and the sponges, have a little bit of batting. This is stuff you can buy from craft store, fabric store, for making pillows or quilts and stuff. And this you can take out, you know, twice a month and clean it, or, you know, dispose of it if you want. Just put a little bit in there and then throw a cap on it. And we're going to do the same for the other side. On this side, I think I'm going to put in a couple of these charcoal filters. No, I'll put that in closer to the end. These are giving me a little harder time. You're going to have to push them around because of the hose is trying to block, as well as the electric cord. Okay. We'll do the same thing for this side. We'll put in your sponges. notch in this one as well for the hose. I'm going to put the cable and the hose all at the same place outside that. Fill in the remainder of the space with the batting. Okay, so there we have it. Of course, you know, you can adjust this for any size of tank you want. You know, it definitely doesn't have to be this big, but because I keep big fish, and a lot of, you know, a lot of people, they want to have Oscars, and they want to have Jack Dempsey's, and they want to have big catfish and stuff, and so, but they need lots of filtration, lots of water circulation. And a lot of times that stuff is very expensive. So I came up with a solution. It's not too expensive, under $60, and you got yourself, look at this. I don't know. I've never seen anything such like this. So stay tuned. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, this is only just the first video in a long series of videos that's going to teach you how to set up a fully planted, you know, landscaped tank for big fish. So come on back. Thank you for watching.